Oh man, this is it's crazy. I've already started crying as soon as I hit the record button. So about 10 hours ago, I had to say goodbye to a group of friends that I hold so dearly to my heart. Not anything bad happened. It was just the semester has come to an end, and I will more than likely not see a lot of them ever again. It's weird because I probably met these lot maybe only 3 or 4 months ago, yet the feeling and love that I have in love that I have for all of them feels so much stronger and much more passionate than than my high school graduation, which is so weird to say because I went to this very strange school where it was middle school and high school is together in one building. So I transferred to that school during middle school. And so I knew these people all the way through middle school, and I knew these people all the way through high school. I graduated high school in 2020. The latter half of my high school career, the latter half of my senior year, I should say, was online Zoom classes. I've already talked about this. I don't care that I didn't experience prom or whatever. Actually, it was a religious school, so we didn't have prom. I don't know if religious schools don't have prom, but my school didn't have a prom, and I'm pretty sure that was part of the reason why. But I'd known these kids that I grew up with for 6 years, and 6 years is a long time to know people. And I remember, because I am a very emotional person. I am. I remember coming back to campus, coming back to school during graduation, my senior year, and thinking to myself, I'm going to be a wreck. This is, and not to go into my high school accolades or whatever, but I'll admit I probably had a very good high school experience, especially in comparison to a lot of other people. I would say the only complaint that I would have during high school for myself would be that it was, in retrospect, a bit boring. And that was it. But if I told other people my high school story, I'm sure a lot of people would hear it and go, what the fuck? You did that? Or you had all that? I was like, yeah, it was. I mean, for anybody else, it would have been amazing. But to me, I was just I felt like half a human the whole time there. I might have had a lot of people who liked me. I might have been known throughout the whole entire school. I might have had a lot of other things, but I felt like a zombie to a certain degree. And I got to graduation that my name was called, and I felt nothing. 6 years, 6 to 7 years with these people, and I felt nothing. 4 months with this amazing group of fucking people that just made me feel like a damn human for one of the first times. And I'm bawling my damn eyes out. Oh, I guess I should explain. I'm not graduating. I'm not going to see them. The reason why I'm not going to see them anymore is not because I'm graduating. I have this really strange school like story. I should tell my whole entire weird school stories, but I have this weird thing in college right now where I'm traversing 3 campuses this semester, and next semester I'm only going to be at one campus because I've finished all my other classes at the other campuses, and I only have the one campus that I have to traverse now. And so I'm going to be losing. I lost one friend group today, a few hours ago, and I'm going to be losing another one after my final on Thursday next week. And yeah, the hour, it was a Friday campus, so it was, if you've been keeping up with my stories, that's the one that I have to drive fucking 40 minutes to get to. The gas fucking kills me every week, man. And I can't keep doing it. It's actually, whenever I would tell people why I was there, I was taking this science class there on Fridays, and I failed that bitch. I flunked that bitch the first course. I knew I was not passing that class. I had the final 10 hours ago. I knew I was not passing that shit. I definitely didn't. I'm going to have to retake the class, but I'm going to retake it at a different campus instead of that one. And this girl, she turns to me. She goes, "Oh, I'm nervous." I go, "I'm not. Between you and I already failed this class." She goes, "No, you shouldn't give up." I'm like, "Girl, listen, I failed this shit. The only reason why I'm here is to see my friends." She kind of like, a bit. And that wasn't the first time somebody did that when I said the reason why I was even, not only one, killing my fucking wallet to pay for the to pay for the gas, but also waking up so damn early to get to school. It was just to see my friends. And it's a bit surreal when I think about it, because the future is always something that is a constant fear of mine, and I know I shouldn't fear it, but I do, and I probably always will. I like routines. I like waking up knowing that I like waking up and knowing what my day is gonna look like, and it's gonna be different within a week. I'm not gonna have my friends that I've been around, and that's okay. Yeah. I genuinely believe that these last 4 months have made this one of the best years of my damn life. And I'm not just saying that. I'm being so damn serious. And it doesn't even have to do with just school, just life in general. I don't even want to get in just videos that I've posted on this channel, me taking that risk, posting that first Style Savvy video, me just making so many other videos, me just jumping out of my shell, talking with so many people, befriending so many different people, having so many different experiences. I haven't even talked about this, and I don't know if I can. Not yet, at least. But I was at a. Did I even talk about? I was at a drag show. At the last queer club meeting at one of the campuses was a drag show, and they had a dance competition. I just went up there. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna dance." I won that bitch. There was this guy that I really liked. I ended up somehow dancing on him. That's a story for another day. And then the next day, because I was kicking myself in the ass, because I was like, I didn't get his number, I didn't get anything. And so I was all like, I have to find him. I don't know what classes he have. I don't know where he is. I went to this like event to get these free fucking donuts. Tell me how I see him right there. Somehow I get the donuts, right? I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but this is a story for another day, and I'll expand upon it at a later date, but I can't do it right now. I get my donut. Next thing I know, there's a fucking camera in my face, and I'm having a conversation with this guy. I don't even notice the camera until like halfway through the fucking interview, and then I realize that I've just outed myself on local television that I'm fucking trans, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm freaking out at this point. Luckily, none of my fucking family or other friends from my previous school or whatever saw the clip, so I think I'm in the clear, but I just keep coming home each and every day thinking to myself, like, what the hell is life, man? I'm just like, this year has just been such a fucking roller coaster. And And this is the first time in life where I genuinely think that I'm happy. And I'm just not used to it. So the group that I hung out with, the group that I had to say goodbye to, I was talking to this one girl just randomly after they all left, because when I have nobody to speak to, I just go. Somebody told me I probably shouldn't say it like this, but I was like, I go out hunting to find some new friends or new people to speak to. And so I found this one girl, and she was all like, "Oh yeah, I see you sometimes hanging out with that group. Yeah, you're the popular kids." I was like, "Huh?" She was like, "Yeah, we call them the popular kids." And it's like, it's so weird seeing the way other people kind of view you, or view like your friend group, when I literally only said that just so you know, for context for what I say later on. But I have in my diary the second time that I met with them. I unfortunately I didn't write the first time that I met them, but this was on the ninth month is September, October. Okay, so this was October 13th, 2023. This was at 17:32. That was at 5 p.m. And I said, "So it's Friday the 13th. Not important. Was on campus and met with the queer folk for the second time in a row." That was my friend group. They seem pretty chill. I think I really like this one girl who is really awesome. I am also potentially now known as Beanie Boy. Also, I know I pass as a straight boy, or also a theater gay. Maybe I shouldn't have read that, because that's an inside joke that only they would get. But it's I know this is so fucking nerdy to think about, and I'm not going to say any spoilers, do not worry. But I think about Persona has changed my life in so many different ways. And I genuinely don't think I could get to this point in my life if I did not play Persona in middle school all those years ago. Because I keep thinking about the memories that I make, every single diary entry that I have, every single video that I take. I'm just thinking to myself, this is the exact experience that I've always wanted in life that I just never had. And I think about the Persona characters, and I'm just all like, they had so much fun in high school together. But then at the end of the game, they have to say their goodbyes. And that shit always fucks me up. I'm always thinking to myself, man, I wish I could replay Persona 4 for the first time and experience that. Because it's just like, if you really think about it, they're kind of, I know this is really dramatic, and just let me speak. It's kind of like they're stuck in time, because we never get to see what their life is like after school. We don't get to see what their job is like. We don't get to see what their college is like. We don't get to see what their family life is like afterwards. They're just constantly stuck in this memory stage of having good times in high school. And I think that's what I really like about movies. I just watched this movie. I finished it maybe like 10 minutes ago. It's called She's All That, I believe. It's this movie from 1999, and it really reminded, well, I shouldn't say it reminded me of my life now, but I thought to myself, movies are really just a slideshow of good moments in people's lives, but it doesn't show you what comes next. And that's a criticism that people have for a lot of fairy tales that end with the happily ever after, because all we ever get to see is the start of a loving relationship, but we don't get to see the ups and downs. We don't get to see the ebb and flows of their arguments, of them potentially breaking up, of them getting back together, of them working through their problems. And I just think to myself, life is so long. And you have all these experiences, and I just think to myself, this was the last time I will see a lot of them. There are some that I can definitely meet up with, but a couple of them, that is the last time I'll more than likely ever see them. And I'm glad. I'm happy that I had the opportunity to be with them for these 4 to 3 months, and that the last memory that I will have of them is laughing my fucking ass off loud as hell in the fucking cafeteria, almost getting kicked out because we oh my god. This is the last thing I'm going to say, then I'm going to say goodbye. Not to y'all, but just for this video. I remember when I first came back, on the drive there, it was like 40 minutes. I was fucking hating myself, hating life. Not that serious, but I was so pissed at how long it took to drive there. In the class, it was so confusing. And I remember walking around campus, taking photos, speaking with a bunch of different people, because I was all like, I'm never coming back here. Fuck that. You think I'm driving 40 minutes for this shit? For this fucking campus? For this fucking shitty ass class? You think I'm gonna drive here every single fucking week for this? So I talked with my mother and she said, yeah, you are. I was like, I guess I am. I was pissed though. And I couldn't even imagine that I would find one of the best friend groups that I have ever been given the opportunity to talk to. But if I had dropped out of that class, I would not have met those people. If I had just not spoken to anybody, I would not have met those people. I only went back to that campus every single Friday just to speak to my friends. I remember that day that I wanted to drop that class. I was walking around the campus, just looking at everything, just soaking everything in, because I was like, I'm never going to be here again. I might as well see what this campus has. I did that same walk around today, and it was kind of crazy. It was a bit poetic. Not poetic, but it was a bit like a movie moment. There's this one guy that I saw playing his Switch the day that I was planning to never return back. And I asked him, what game is he playing? And he said, Hyrule Warriors, that Zelda game. I saw him there today, same exact spot. I was like, hey man, still Hyrule Warriors? He was like, yeah, hella collectibles. I was like, hey man, keep at it. I'm gonna miss them a lot. The queer folk, aka the popular kids. They are one part of this semester that just absolutely changed my life. I'm going to miss him.